Outbound
This
shares.
conference will now be recorded.
Outbound shares are providers. Inbound shares are consumers. And you can, so inbound shares I've shown, we have looked at it. Create a share, and then from the share create a database out of the share. That is consumer. Outbound, you click on create shares or edit shares. Okay. So some of the restrictions are right. You currently consumer accounts must be in the same Snowflake region. That means if you are trying to consume between different accounts, they have to be in the same region. Like I was asking you guys, right? Who is in APAC Mumbai? Then only we can share. That is the restriction. So a share can include data from multiple databases that we can, and then only secure views are supported. So even if you created share a table, right? If you look at the script, it it shares um, grant share on this particular view only, not table. So let me show you that. Where are our shares? Shares. This is the one, right? And I can edit. I can show SQL. What? I can edit share and I cannot. So we have created two tables, right? Added two tables, right? One is DEBT, one is EMP. And then when I say show SQL, it should be showing copies. Nothing is here. So let me remove one. So I'm gonna. It says remove, select, on view. This is a table, but it says this is a view. Anyway, okay, okay. I'll go and take one more department number also from this particular thing. This is department, right? Show SQL. See, remove, select on view sfdb dot is the department. Is department a view for us? No, right? So table, right? Somehow it manages. So on views, you cannot share a regular view. It has to be a secure view. Then only you can share. Okay. So that is one of the restriction. And then if you go and then delete any of the data or insert any of the, if you do any activity on the table, that is right away instantaneous to the other customer. So see like this, right? You are trying to view a file. You are in Linux environment. I am the owner of the file and I have created a file. And then I deleted some and I have given a read only access to you. You are another user in the Linux environment. And then if I delete some data in the file, what happens? Do you see the deleted data? Guys, I'm talking to you. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir, we can hear you.
Yeah, so automatically whenever you delete something on in the file, the read only, whomever has the read only access, they'll just the whatever the current situation of the file. If you add something, they'll see the, if you delete something, they'll see the delete part of it. They won't see the whatever the data that is gone. So the same way, whenever you're trying to have a sharing part of it, right? Behind the curtain is nothing but, see, at the end of the day, is a file that is sitting in S3 bucket, and they have some encapsulation, them framework they have built in Snowflake. When you say share, they are sharing you the underlying file, right? So if you delete something, data is gone. If you insert something, data is seen. Are you following me? So you want modified rows and table in share, or a table's reference by a view in share are available immediately to all consumers. Who are, so for all the consumers, not only you, because you are just reading a snapshot of file. The moment something is changed, and whenever you query, you will see whatever the snapshot of the file. That's it, plain and simple. Okay. So you can create a share, you can alter share. I'm talking about the TDLs, SQL statements. You can drop a share, describe a share, show shares, grant. We have seen this, right? Whenever you create a share and then add something, right? Grant something privileges to a share, revoke privileges to a share. Whenever you're trying to remove department from the table, it says revoke select on the share to this from this. So when you create a share and you grant select on any other object to the share, that is done. You will be able to share that. The consumer can be seeing that. So I'm talking from the provider perspective. Okay. The same thing with revoke. If you revoke something, then the consumer cannot see that. And then show grants to a share. So show grants of a share. Where is this? This is the share name, right? See, these are all the grants that are being granted. Usage on database, usage on schema, select on this table. Which table is that? There are two tables. Department, EMP. If you grant one more table, then the consumer can see one more table. Plain and simple. You have to manage the grants for the share. And even whenever you are trying to share the entire schema, you grant all on the tables. Okay. One second. Santosh, can you see how many tables you can see there?
Sure, sir, I can see.
Yeah. Go ahead and check it out.
I can see many tables, sir. MP source clone, JSON data, sales tab, version one,
Yeah.
2, 3.
So
Around
this
you
is
can set.
yeah, I forgot to mention that. I was remembering now. So you can give this particular thing if you want to do the entire schema, single shot. You don't need to generate that SQL as well. So grant select on all tables in schema, SF schema. So granting privileges, when we go to the security part, we look at it, but it's plain and simple English. grant select on all tables in the schema to share so and so share. Done. You're done. Single shot. You have all the. And this is an interview. So while I was talking to you, I remembered the interview question. And then this is how we can do in one single shot. Now you are able to understand, right? If you want to share the entire schema, what is the option that you have? Identify the share that you have created and grant all select on all tables to this particular share. Then you have all the tables.
Okay.
Are we good, guys? Are you able to follow me, please?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I don't hear from anybody else apart from Santosh. Sometimes Anjaneyali speaks. Gokul, Narendra Reddy, Pradeep, Dhanalakshmi, Anirban Das. Nobody speaks. Somehow these guys hate me. I think so. Right? Nagendra, can you hear me? Hi,
Yes,
Pradeep.
sir.
Hi, Pradeep. Hi, Nagendra. Hi, Gokul. I think
Hi, Shekhar.
Gokul can hear me.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Please. Sometimes it's talk to me, please, so that I'll be happy.
Okay.
And then I think Dhanalakshmi I have spoken. Anirban Das I never spoke. Hi, Anirban. That's okay. Anyway, but you guys are following me, whatever I'm talking about, right?
Yes, sir, we are following.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Now, so this is what we were talking, right? So, and then, and if you want to simulate, see, whenever we were trying to share for the first time, I showed you, you can preview the data, how the data looks like, and you can select the warehouse and then look at the data, right? We have done that. Similarly, if you want to simulate that on the SQL part of it, you can do like this. Alter session set, simulated data sharing consumer is equal to so and so consumer, and then you can, whenever you query, it shows you how the other consumer is looking at your data kind of stuff. Okay, so how do you add accounts to a share? Alter share, add accounts. Remove, alter share, remove accounts. Drop a share, drop share. Sales underscore yes. Okay, account admin role to import shares. So this is the consumer part of, right? So whenever you want to import any shares, and if you are not an account admin, then you have to have the privilege import shares global privilege. So there are two privileges, global and local. Global means for the entire account. So the account admin, if he goes and grant import shares to role sysadmin, then sysadmin can also, like a custom role. If you are part of the custom role, you have a custom role, then you can also do importing of that. You can also import the consumer shares kind of thing. We have provider and consumer. If you want to create a database out of these thing, right, you should need this privilege. That's what I was talking about. Okay, and then so limitations, right? We know that the shared database are read only. You cannot do any DML activity. So you cannot clone a shared database. Time travel cannot be done on share on any of these tables. You cannot edit the comment of any shared database. These are the things that you cannot do. Okay. So you can describe a share, show a share,
What is
and
time travel?
You cannot do time travel on the objects that are shared to you. So if I've shared some objects to Santosh, right? Santosh cannot go and do a time travel on that particular. He cannot query select star from at the rate of at a different timestamp. He cannot do that.
Okay, got it.
Okay. And I've shown you how to create database from a share. Okay, this we have done that. So let's talk about reader accounts. Okay. So this is the one, and then they're also called read-only accounts. So this is for the data that you want to enable to somebody else who are not part of a Snowflake. So if they are part of the Snowflake, right, they have the account and all this stuff, they can create a database out of it and then they can do it. But if it's you are not part of a Snowflake account, right, it becomes difficult for you. So normally reader accounts is nothing but you create an account. That means you generate a URL for an account, and whomever he creates a reader account, right, they are the admins for the account. For example, whenever you create a reader account, like whatever you see, for example, in your dev account, right, you have dev hyphen accenture dot ap south dot snowflake computing.com. That is what, if you look at in a corporate world, right? And if you are working on a trial account, right, you will have some letters. Mine is Z Z Y Z Z Y something something something. So you have a letter that is my account ID. Okay. So when you create, right, it creates another URL for you, some account ID for you, and you have to share this account ID to somebody else, and they can log in, and then they can view the data. Okay. And one more important thing that you have to remember is, right, if you make a mistake in your trial account creating a reader account, you are gone. You can create only one single reader account in your trial account. In a regular environment you can make any of them, but in your trial account you can make only one single reader account. Are we clear? Okay. So account admin role only handles reader accounts. So it enables data consumers, whomever is trying to consume. Let's see some action, then we talk about the theory, right? So it makes much more sense for you, so that we can come back and talk about the theory part of it. Okay, hold on guys, I'm running out of battery. Okay, and then one second guys. Yes, I'm getting a call. Hold on 1 second, I have to take this. Okay. So I am here. Okay, and then shares account admin, and then create my reader share. Okay, and then I'm selecting a database. I'm selecting a schema, employee, apply. This is the first part of it, right? You have to create a share and then create. Okay, and then with the warehouse, this is the preview part that I was talking about, right? You can go and select the table that you wanted to and then preview. This is alt account set. This is what I have shown you in the SQL. This preview part, you can see it in SQL as well. If you're trying to simulate for a particular account that you want to give it to you, right? If you're trying to add an account to this, you can give that account name and then you can do that. Okay. So this is the preview thing that I am talking about. Next, I am talking about a reader account. So are there any reader accounts? No, I am creating a reader account. So account name, if we come back, right, I have outlined the steps clearly. Okay, log into the reader account, account admin, create a custom role. No, this is not the one. We have some. I don't have. So one second. This is after creating the reader account. How do we handle that's what I was given here? Hold on one second, guys. Reader accounts. Okay. Create account privilege and then so enable other roles to create and manage reader accounts. This is something else. We'll come back and visit. Okay. Then come here. I have steps. I think I have a text file which have steps and then I can send you that also as part of that. So for now, let's do this one. Okay. Where is this? Account name. Provide the name of your new reader account. And the edition, region, everything kind of thing, right? So I'll say account name. Okay. And edition is Enterprise Mumbai. Previously, so where can you find your edition details in Snowflake Web UI? This is one of the interview question. Where can you find your edition in Snowflake Web UI? So if you come back here, the S modem, right? The user credentials, if you click on it, it shows you the edition and all these details. And that was only 1 month before. Until then, this is a very complex interview question. Whenever you're creating a reader account, then only you'll get to know what kind of edition that you have. Until then, you cannot figure out. So this is the answer for it. So if they ask you now, what are the two places where you can see the edition? One is from the user, from the this is called the menu ribbon. When you click on your username in the menu ribbon, right? User ID or username, a drop down appears there. You can see your edition. The other one is right. Whenever you are trying to create a reader account, it shows you your edition. Okay, and then so these are your user account credentials used to log in and manage the reader account as the account admin role. So I am giving so S modem. So this one I'll just say test account. Test one is the username, password, confirm password. So if you go and look at the SQL part of it, right? Create managed account, test account, admin is equal to test one, password is so and so, and type is equal to reader command. Okay, and I'm creating this reader account. Even if you drop the reader account to do whatever you want, right? You cannot, what do you call it? You cannot create another account. Only one account per trial account. Okay, so I'm creating it. See, you have created a new reader account, test account, and I'm still generating the URL. And this is called the account ID or the locator. So this is my locator. So whenever somebody wants to log in, right, you have to give this URL to them. This is the account ID. So you will get the entire URL here. It's still fetching up it. Okay. See, this is the complete URL. I'll copy this. I'll share this. Okay. And then I'm done. So now if you look at it, I have the test user account. And for this test user, what did I do? First, I created a reader account because I didn't have a reader account. I created a reader account, and then I can do this later as well. Okay. So if you go to the worksheets, right? I'll add another worksheet. So this is the URL for my worksheet. So if you give it to somebody else, they can log in. And you have to maintain this particular account. You are the admin of whomever has created the reader account will become the admin of this particular account. Okay, let me finish that and then we can come back. So if we go to the shares, right here, so here, sorry, I'm adding reader account. I have added a reader account, add. Okay, done. Okay, so first thing I am going there to that particular URL that I have right already here. Worksheets. This is the URL. I'll copy this URL and then So this is a new URL that got generated out when we created the reader account. Okay. So first log in with your credentials. Yes, modem. The heck, man. Uh, test one. This is the username password that we have given, right? Hold on 1 second. So once you log in into that, right? I am a data provider. I am a consumer. Consumer means the other folks who are using this. If I am a data provider means click on data provider. Here now you have sysadmin. So you don't have a warehouse and you have a database. Go to the shares. Here go ahead and change it to switch role to account admin. Only the data providers can go into the account admin role and all this stuff. Data consumers cannot do that. So I have my reader share, right? This is from create a database name. I'll say SFDB, grant access to account admin, public sysadmin. Okay, and then create database. Okay, and come back to the worksheet. If you refresh, if you'll see a information schema. SF employee table. This is the one that I have already created. But if you are trying to give it to somebody else, right? They should have. If I cannot run any sequels here, select. I can select a database SFDB. I can select a schema. If I say select star from, no active warehouse. Without the warehouse, you cannot even run a query. So I have to go back. Warehouses. Okay. And then whenever you change, you can create a warehouse using sysadmin as well. Yes, hold on a second, please. ಹಲೋ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಒಂದು 10 ನಿಮಿಷ ಓಕೆ okay, so I'm going to create a warehouse, compute WH, and this is extra small, one cluster, economy, and then 5 minutes, auto resume. Now go to the worksheet, sysadmin, select the warehouse, compute WH. Now you can see the it. Okay, so now I log into the same. You can create users and then grant, give the URL to them, and you can have user management as well. Instead of test one, you can create many number of users, and then like any production environment, right? You can create users and give this URL so that they don't need to be part of your Snowflake account. You're just trying to give them the access to Snowflake account by giving them URL and all this stuff. So if I go and then okay, So test test 1 q1 login. Okay, so you have all the details. So no, whatever it is. So if you want to give it to somebody else, right, then go ahead, go to the change your what do you call role to user admin or security admin, either one of them. Click on this. Okay, and then whatever. Something wrong here. Hold on 1 second, guys. Switch role to security admin. You go to the account, you'll get an account tab here, and then okay, users, create, reader, user, okay, new password, tab, and then force and password change. Don't do that. And login name and all this stuff. We can just next. So default warehouse, compute WH, SFDB is the database name. Default role is public. Okay, finish. Okay, now you have this URL, right? This is what you are going to do now. You just give the URL to them, and the username is reader user password. You share the password to them. Done. That's it. They log in, they can look. This is what a reader account is. First, you create a reader account and then you assign objects to the reader account. So, reader underscore user, right? And then password. I've entered a password. So, let's see what are all the um, welcome to the reader account. I am a consumer. Okay. So, public. I don't have any SF schema. If you refresh,
Sir, if I click on I am a database admin.
mhm, nothing happens. Whenever you don't have the privileges, right? So you don't have active warehouses. So go back. Where is this particular? This is the same URL, right? Worksheets, grant privileges, or just say usage. Modify means stop. Select your role, public, and then grant. So you have given up to. So public doesn't have, right, because we have assigned public. Now I got public. You play around with this one. So let me go back and then talk to you steps. First, you have to create a reader account, and then you can assign shares to the reader account. So reader account is something like you don't have an account, they don't have an account in Snowflake. So you will generate a URL for them. Whenever you create a reader account, the username password that you are given, that is the admin username and password, where you can go ahead and set up the account for somebody else. So you log in. So I use test1 as the username and password. I logged in. I created a database out of that particular uh, share that I have already shared to the reader accounts. And then what I did, I created a warehouse. I granted privileges on the warehouse, and then granted privileges on this the to whichever the user that has. So that is the admin part of it. And then what I have done to really share this URL, you create a generic account details, reader underscore account, some password, because you will create a user, and then you share that username and password to somebody with the URL. They can log into that. Normally, this is not the case. They build applications on top of it. If you look at this particular, guys, are you able to follow me? Or because this is what a reader account means. People ask you to tell you the steps for the reader account. You have to tell them in the interviews. So you're able to understand. And if you have any questions, I can answer you right now. Log into reader account as account admin, create a custom role, optional, create users from web. We have created that, create resource monitors, optional, we don't need it. Create a virtual house, we have created it. Create a database out of the each share, we have done that. Grant privileges and virtual houses and database to roles, we have granted to public, where the other guy's reader account has public access. Invite users to log in and reset their passwords. No, we are just giving. I did not give the option of resetting the passwords. I've just given a generic password we can log in. So this is what it is. And if you look at this particular diagram or the slide deck, right? Yes, if you don't ask me, I think that you understood everything. So when we talk about a reader account, right? So this is the reader account. So you're creating, you're giving a share to a reader account and share with non-Snowflake customers. If you see this, there is a BI query tools. That means normally whenever you are giving, they are not the account that you are giving to them. The URL doesn't mean that you are giving them to query select star from EMP. They cannot do that, or they might even do that. That is a very minimal chance. You will be building. So, for example, you have an insurance company, right? You will be building some applications on top of it where you are just restricting to some users who doesn't need to have it. So whenever they log in, right, the URL that you use in your applications, in your BI tools, is the new URL that we generate. You will give them the URL details, username, password, and whenever they want to look at the data, right, they have to give this URL and then the username and password. Then only it will open a report for them. It might be an app. You can have an app. You connect them, so it goes and connects to this particular thing. Are you able to follow me? Yes, no.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I need an yes from everybody, but anyway, all the other folks are shy. I don't want to bother them anyway. I think that they are able to digest whatever I speak. Okay. So this is pretty much about. I have another user who doesn't have a name at all. Did anybody sign up with cell phone? I don't know. That's fine then. Okay, so coming back, this is what it is. So now we have gone through both these scenarios, right? I'll show you one more example of this one. Think I've already.
Shikhar sir, the reader
Mhm.
account, the query what we are running on reader account, who will be chargeable for this?
All the reader account, whenever somebody they are running their virtual warehouse, everything is charged for you and whomever has created a reader account, they will get charged for all the. They don't have any storage charges because you're sharing them. That's it. Apart from sharing, you're not going to do anything. All the computation they'll be using compute WH, whatever we create and gave it to them, right? Whenever they run their queries, all the queries, the computational charges are incurred to the account which created a reader account. So you have to pay for it because I am the one I
Okay.
have created and I have to pay for everything.
Okay.
Okay. So let's go here and see this. I'm creating a secure view like create a replace secure view emp underscore v as select star from emp. Okay. Use database sfdb. Use schema. Some schema I created as private. So this is some example that I have for this particular reader account. Sorry, for this sharing, right? There is something I forgot this example. Anyway, let me look at this. So I created a schema called private, and I created a table called sensitive data, and I inserted some data into it. Stock, maybe stock data or something. Date add so and so current date. Okay, and then create a replace table sfdb private sharing access is the name of the table, and I've given access ID Snowflake account. Oh, so this is something like dynamically based on your Snowflake account, right? Whenever you have created these accounts, based on the account, you can filter your data. So that is the example that I'm showing it here. So for example, if your account is, for example, Santosh has an account, and then Lakshmi has an account, and then Pradeep has an account. So whenever you log into your account, right, then Lakshmi should see only one set of data, and then Pradeep should see one set of data, and Santosh should see one set of data. That means you can dynamically filter based on the account that whatever you are trying to do. Okay, so here I am creating a table called sharing access, and in this sharing access, right, I am just giving star group one current account, whatever the account that has, and then star group two. This is, for example, think this is Dhanlakshmi account, and star group 3 might be Santosh account. So I'm inserting some access into this particular sharing table, and then I'll create a view out of it. So I'm update sharing access set Snowflake account is equal to where access ID is toggle. So this is no, you don't need this one. Okay, and then if when you join these two tables, right, this particular sensitive data and then the sharing access based on the you here you have star group 1 star group 2. So if you have given star group 1 to Santosh, he can see only star group 1, and if you have given to Dhanlakshmi star group 2, she can only see this one. Okay, I'm creating a view here joining these two things and then trying. So let's do this exercise. Okay, I will do it for Santosh. And anybody has the APAC Mumbai account with you, then probably I can set up this one and do that. Do you guys have any Mumbai account with anybody? No? No problem. How do I create? So only thing is we have to go with Santosh only. Santosh, can you ping me your account details one more time, please?
Sure, sir.
Okay, I have created this. So now this has nothing to do with this. Use database SFDB. We are create schema called private. I created it. Create table called sensitive data. I created this table and then inserting some data into this. Okay. Sensitive data is the name of the table which has star group 1, star group 2. Star group 1 should be seen by only one particular account. Star group 2 should be seen by when you are trying to share, right? You can dynamically filter on this. Select star from, okay, and these are all star group 1, star group 2. So I'm now creating a lookup table kind of thing. Basically, which particular account has which particular data. So I'm create sharing access. Uh, Star group 1 current account. Star group 2. Did you ping me, Santosh?
Yes, sir, yes, I have pinged you.
Okay. So current account can see only star group 1 because we have said current account star group 1 and JD, right? This is star group 2. Okay. And select star from sharing access. We'll see two records. Star group 1, this is my current account, my account. And star group 2, this is Santosh account. And I'm creating a view. Before creating view, I'll just query this particular thing. So based on the current account, I'm looking at the data. So if you look at it, right, this is all part of stock group 1. Okay, that Snowflake account is equal to current account. So if you don't use the s- current account, right, you will see more data. See, IBM, IBM is part of stock group 2. AAPL is stock, so you will see many number of records. Or we can include the star group name as well, right? Access ID. Ask size, comma, access ID. So I'm querying from, so this is star group 1, this is star group 2. And if my current account is so and so, I have inserted, right? My current account I have inserted. So when I say current account, I'll see only the, I created a secure view. Okay. So now grant select on to public. I'm granting it. So count star from private data. I have 6 records. So out of sensitive data and then paid sensitive data. 4 records, paid sensitive data is the name of the view that you have created. So whenever I query, it goes and filters based on the current account. And in the current account, when we joined it, right, we joined for the group 1 only. I have This account, current account. Group 2 is queried by Santosh. Okay. So let me go back and grant this particular sensitive data to Santosh. Okay. Go to shares. As of share, right? Edit. I have given the entire removal and then private. I'll give, well, tables, right? Sensitive data is the name of the table. Sharing X is the name of the table. We are looking for the view, right? Where is this view? Maybe the view privileges are missing. Okay. Paid sensitive data is the name of the view. We created secure view to account admin. Let's go to the shares because we are using as account admin, right? So there might be some privileges. Edit, remove all, and then select private. No secure views in the schema. Oh, they had, that should not be case, right? We do have secure views. Edit share. So 13 removed. So Santosh, can you query and see how many objects do you have? I don't think you have. You won't have any objects.
Sure, sir.
Okay.
Nothing,
Mistake.
sir. I don't have anything now.
Yeah. Select on SFDB. I don't even have. Is given to public now. I'll go and then you guys are following what I'm doing, right? Confusion. So I'm looking for private sensitive data view that is not being shown here. Kind of confused. Okay. Public meant even account admin should read all the data. This is the paid sensitive data, right? God, mistake. Hold on, guys. There was one mistake happened when I created in view. I created in public. I don't need to have this. Okay. Okay. Go to shares and then edit shares. Select views. Private. See now private. So you see this secure view with a lock in it. I've selected it. Apply. Edit share. Santosh, can you query and see what is your
Sure, sir.
okay? We'll go to the worksheets. So this is the Santosh ID. We can simulate. Last time when we are looking at this slide deck, we can query and see how it looks. We simulated, right? We can still simulate that here, like this. Okay. Alter session set simulated data sharing consumer. I'm setting the consumer to Santosh account here. and then select current account will give me this. See, this is the and then if I go and select from that view, right?
I don't see any data, sir, from the view.
You don't see any data from the view.
No, sir.
I know what it is. Maybe whenever you says, can you query select current account?
Yeah, sure, sir.
The JB will be in uppercase. The name of your account, right? So whenever you say current account, right, it gives me in uppercase. See, this is in uppercase, GZ. So when I'm inserting for Santosh, I have inserted with this lowercase G. I'll insert with uppercase. Can you query now?
Yes, sir. Yeah, now I can see two rows, sir.
Yeah, 1 second. Let me query
Stock
the
group
same.
two.
Yeah, stack group, right? So I'm simulating your query right now, session, and then select star from private sensitive data. Sorry, paid sensitive. Can you see? Here I'm simulating for this particular user, JB something, and I'm able to see only two records. This is what I have set it up for Santosh. So if you look at the axis, this is a lookup table. Like out of 100 records or 1000 records, only this particular record should be seen by a particular account. So he can see only two records and I can see only four records because whenever I set the access, right, if you look at this, my current account, I can see group 1. For Santosh account, I can see group 2. And if you look at it, the total are 6 records. Group 1, I have set it up for myself, and group 2 for this access table is nothing but a lookup table. And the view that I have created is create a replace view, and I've used current account. So when Santosh logs in, right, and what is the current account name that gets here? It's JB something because we have already inserted into the table, access table, right? If you look at it, this is, I'm not filtering anything here. So this is what it is. And let's look for account, Snowflake account as well, right? I'm not filtering by account yet. I'm just trying to see the total view. See, right? My total view is GG is my account and ZB is Santosh account. So here previously it was JB was in small letter. So whenever you say current account, right? When you filter the Snowflake with the current account, whenever I run, my current account is GG. Whenever Santosh runs, their current account is JG. So I created this and then I go back. I'm simulating it. So I'm simulating this with Santosh account. I can say set simulated data sharing consumer. Okay, now paid sensitive data. See, JB, because I'm simulating with JB, right? So the current account has become a JB. And if I go on then unset, right? I can unset the customer sharing and I can use select star from paid sensitive data. Now it's my data. Okay, this is pretty much how you can, if you have 10 different accounts that you have shared and each of them should look at only some set of data, then on the data accounts URL you can share it to somebody else and they can log in and they check it out. First thing. Number two, I've shown you another example where based on your accounts, if you want to filter the data set, you can filter the data set and then expose the data. Okay. So do you guys want to go? Do you want me to talk a new topic or shall we stop here?
Shikhar sir, please continue. It's already late, sir.
So you mean you want me to
Yes, sir.
stop right now?
No, no, no. Start with new topics. It's already late. Yes, sir. I mean, 2 weeks we lost.
That's okay. I'll cover it somewhere else. But I don't want too much to be stuffed. So I have to look at all the folks as well, Santosh, not only you, right? Maybe you
Yeah,
are
yeah,
able to
sure.
observe that. Yeah, yeah. So I don't want to stuff too much things. So this is the first week, right? We'll have some time in the weekday and then cover whatever that things that we lost, right? We can cover it up. Okay.
Which topic we are gonna cover, sir, next week? Or middle of
Next thing,
the.
now we have done the sharing part of it, right? Probably I can talk about virtual warehouses.
Okay.
Okay, we'll talk in detail about virtual warehouses, or we can talk about snow pipes, either of them.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll try to cover 2 days in the weekdays, one day somewhere. So we'll figure out what is the best time for everybody, and then we can cover it.
Sure, sir.
Please share cloning and data sharing down.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. I'm gonna share you all the documents
Uh,
in the common
Shekhar
chat.
sir, one question here.
Hmm.
What do I mean? It is with respect to the region. What is the nearest region for USA Phoenix City? Any ideas?
What is the nearest? I did not get you.
Region AWS region for the Phoenix City, US. Any idea?
AWS resume for Phoenix. I no no. I'm.
Reason. We use reason, right? So you did like a pack reason and all while setting up the Snowflake account. What will be
Mm-hmm.
the nearest reason for
APAC
Phoenix
Mumbai
City?
for you.
No,
You
not
mean
for me. For Phoenix City,
Phoenix City, right? West Coast.
West Coast. Okay.
Yeah. So US anywhere is the same thing. Only network bandwidth. You pricing is also same. You can choose East or West. Doesn't matter.
Okay. Sure.
Okay. Phoenix, I think West Coast. So what Phoenix City means? Which state uh, does the Phoenix City there?
I'm not sure, sir. Basically, our the some what we generally work with the reason we belong to that US region. So
Your offices are
for
there
sake
in
of
Phoenix.
interviews, yes,
Yeah,
yes, yes.
Phoenix is somewhere. Phoenix City, right?
Arizona nearest Arizona
That's
region.
what I was telling. Coast only. Go ahead and create West Coast.
Okay.
Okay. Any other questions, guys, before leaving? Are we all good? At least say thanks to me. Bye bye. At least bye bye to me. All.
Of course,
Thank you, sir.
thanks.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. So let's catch up in the weekdays. I'll send out a. I'll talk to everybody and send out a timing so that we can have 1 or 2 days in the weekdays. Okay, to cover up the last time. Okay.
Sure, sir. Sure, sir. Sir, one
Okay.
more request. One more request. The opportunity wise, if you have anything, please share with in the group or particular to me if nobody is interested.
Definitely. I'll
Okay.
share it
Thank
with
you,
you.
sir.
Ping me in WhatsApp, Santosh. We can talk.
Sure, sir. Sure. Definitely, sir.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.